Nice try, Rangers. So it is. Nice try, baby. Baby. Let's see. I don't know what's better. Look at that beautiful man in there. Yeah. Yeah, right. It's like a very unflattering angle. You can just see right up my nose. Any bears in the cave? Any bears? Bear cub. Left cave. Yeah. That little booger was giving me a nose whistle the entire thing. Okay, what's up, guys? So I'm doing D&D campaign with my friends, and yeah, I put friends and D&D in the same sentence. And it's a pirate campaign, and I had one written, and I have all the lore and stuff. But like we started it before with another group, and then we stopped doing it for whatever reason, and now we're doing it again. So I decided to kind of start from scratch. So it started out, and I'm just gonna kind of type as we're going. The crew was basically drugged. Hey, Blood, what's up? And Shanghai. How do you spell Shanghai?
S-H-A-N-G-H-A-I apostrophe D.
Apostrophe D. Yeah, ED, I don't know. Whatever, this is just for me. Yeah, right. So they were drugged and they woke up. I'm just gonna write what we already did. Aboard a ship called, what was it called? The Bloody Mermaid.
It was originally called the Bloody Mermaid.
Did you end up renaming it?
I don't know if we took the final vote for what it was, but we were brainstorming, I know that much. I think we all really liked the Black Rose.
Oh yeah, that's right, Black Rose. Brig cell. There were 3 other cells containing. There are 3 other jail cells, I guess.
They call it the old.
The brig, yeah.
Brig.
One had 4, which we assume were slaves. Yeah, it's my D&D campaign. So one had 4 slaves, one had 2 goats, and one had, what was it, 12 monkeys and Brad Pitt.
12 monkeys and Brad Pitt.
Monkeys, M-O-N-K-E-E-S. Hey, it's the monkeys.
The monkeys.
So, how did you guys end up getting out? They tricked.
Yeah, we basically rused them into coming in one by one and hit them with a chain. And then murdered their faces.
Oh, the druid.
Initially, the druid
turned into a monkey.
Yeah.
The druid turned into a monkey and stole the keys. Well, this
Yeah.
doesn't have to be exact.
Right.
And they coax the enemy crew members into.
It's okay.
Check,
My
check,
character
stop.
probably was never officially there anyway.
Huh?
It's okay, my character was probably never officially there anyway.
Yeah, they weren't there. Coax the enemy crew members into coming down into the hold one by one and killing or otherwise.
Disabling.
Yeah.
Neutralizing.
Neutralizing, that's a good word.
Is a
Neutralizing
terminology.
the
Certain circle.
assailants. I'm doing pretty good. What are you up to? Blood says hi, Rain. This is my buddy Rain. We do, well, I mean, not lately, but we used to do a lot of Resident Evil 5. And Gears of War. Horde!
Hard.
For the hard.
For the hard.
Anyway, he says hi. Neutralizing the assailants. Then crew and I see I'm getting all mixed up. Then our crew and rabble of slaves, monkeys, and goats
That's fine.
took back the ship, killing the remaining crew, including the first mate and captain. I forget what his name was.
Got it written down.
Oh, I got it here. It's okay. Captain Rowan Marsh. Yeah. Okay.
Pretty good stuff.
Yeah, that's pretty much it. And then from there, like D&D, it's a fun game to play with friends. Yeah. I'm hoping that this works out, because we've started doing games in the past, and then we didn't end up like sticking with it. So I hope it's gonna work out. We'll see. The crew must now decide what their next move is. They are closest to a chain of islands called, what was it? The Smoking Key. Yeah. That's the name of that group of islands. Make plans and you forget about me. What? What is that supposed to mean? The problem is that I'm trying to figure out like where they're gonna go next. This is my map, by the way. I can't really see it very good. I tried to make it like a pirate map. And they're like, Oh, like in the yeah. That's always how it is. Like write everything out, and then we totally don't do any of it. So, I have some other stuff written down here. It's like. I just need to kind of like write around it, so like depending on what they decide to do. Yeah. I just need to write some more characters in. So I'm ready wherever you guys end up going. I need to get some basic, some orc names too. It's all orcs. That island chain that they're going to is like all orcs. But they're not like the traditional evil orcs. They're like, well, I like orcs, so they're kind of just chaotic neutral instead of evil. Yeah, they're kind of on their own side. Hey, Dick. Blood says hi. Want to come say hi?
Who says hi?
Blood.
Who says hi?
Blood.
Blood.
Come say hi.
Blood.
You know Blood, Tokyo Ghoul Kid.
No, I don't know him.
Say hi.
Blood.
Blood. Yeah, right? Oh. That is the coolest emote, by the way. It's so good. Let's see. There's this one that I always use.
Rowan.
Fantasy name generator, yeah. So I just Google like fantasy name generator for whatever I'm looking for, and there's this one that has like everything. Do whatever you want. Oh, those are good. Yeah, that's like my list here. It's like Waruz, Umzrad, Zozruz, Innsrock, Comdret. What up, Comdret? Herzog, Barzid, Deaghawk, Odrot, and Mumdruck. Stuck it, Mumdruck.
Just some gnarly names.
He's a Mumdrucker. Yeah, Blood would probably be. I'd use that as like a first name or like a title, like Blood Vadgar. Jackie boy, stop! Don't look at me like that. Alright, I just have to find some ones. Ooh, Rick Gut. Anyone with gut in the name is good. Blood Gut. There you go. Blood Gut. Rick Gut, yeah. Limb Ripper. Blood Slayer the First. So I have a couple of them here. So the main ones on the island, I have a chief and his wife and like the medicine man and like their greatest warrior. But I don't know if the guys will want to go to like the main island, because that's the main
Daddy,
island.
I'm hungry.
They'll probably want to hit like one of these.
Daddy, I'm hungry.
Hi, hungry, I'm daddy. One of these smaller ones down in here, maybe. It's really hard to see this on here. It sucks.
Broccoli and peppers. Some ranch dressing.
I'd go have a snacky.
Final punch. Four.
Why are you final punching?
Some cheese and pepper.
Yeah.
Some broccoli? And some pepper?
I have the parts of another one of the islands, Gert K. Chief Mole Rob. So I wrote like all the characters down,
Juicy.
and I always do that to Jack. He says, "I'm hungry." I say, "Hi, hungry, I'm dad." And he says, "I hate that." Don't touch, don't touch. Thank you. Will you quit, please? Go. You're being rude. Go. So it says, so I kind of, the orcs are all sort of like one big tribe, but then they have smaller tribes on each of the islands. And this, the smaller island on this one is called the Twisted Reef Clan. But the main tribe is called the Black Island tribe. So that's kind of adds to it, I think. So I think if they go to the main one, then I'll use the chief and the medicine man and all that I have, and if not, then I can use this smaller one here. Zoop Comac. I like that. What are you knocking? What are you knocking?
Just knocking the spoon off.
Knocking your spoon off?
That's not what I said.
Yeah, knocking your spoon off, that's him. So Adzook Comac. This will be
Technically, it's knocking your spoon off.
knocking the spoon off.
Whatever.
Chief Mulrog.
Dude. Go here.
Right, and
Yeah. Seriously.
what do you think? Should we make him nice or mean?
I'm aware of that. You need to listen. No. One at a time.
I have written here, they're loyal to their mother tribe. The Twisted Reef are more primitive in both economy and beliefs. Jungle dwellers, in the traditional sense, they tend to be very cautious and superstitious. I'm gonna make this guy You want me to make him fabulous? I don't think orcs can be fabulous.
Depends on work.
Fabulous! My name is Brutok the Fabulous! I'm gonna rip your arms off and do it so pretty. I'm gonna beat you to death with your own arm, but then like throw flowers. I'm gonna make this guy Chief Molrog's right hand, a huge brute who distrusts outsiders. He is. Let's see, what else can I say about him? So his position in tribe is unofficial? Officially unofficial? Unofficial is the wrong word. What word am I looking for?
An official list?
What's the topic?
Isn't a formal one. He holds great sway with chief.
You could always just say that although his role is informal one.
Is an informal one?
Is an informal?
Isn't a formal one?
No, is uninformal.
No, that's what I wrote. Position in the tribe is I talk good. You fight good. The Hellbringer. Hellbringer the Fabulous. I summon demons and I make that look good. Okay, so I got a chief as right hand, a huge brute who distressed outsiders. Though his position in the tribe is an informal one, he holds great sway with the chief. Okay, and then I'm gonna need a couple more dudes here. So there's probably, let's see. Amgit? Grimgrid. Y'all got any more of that Grimgrid? That good. Vismot. Drundrick Miznor. There's lots of Z's in these. What Zaz Drolzob. Whatever. Vizhar Akaz. That's not bad. Vizhar Akaz. See, what I do with this is I just like take the ones that I like and then I combine them. So like this one is Merc. It's spelled weird, but it's Merc, I think. And then the next, like down a few is Akaz, so it'd be like Mer Akaz. That's a poor example because it sounds like crap, but you get the idea. Gromgut. Oh my gosh. Gromgut. Akaz. What was the one I said? Vizhar Akaz. Vizhar Akaz. And then you have to say it in an orc voice. And that seals it. Vizhar Akaz. Yeah. Hell yeah. Shah. Vizhar Akaz. Let's see. Village. What would be a good way to put this? Village provisioner. It's not really a shop per se. Village trader.
Trader? Merchant?
No, he's not really a merchant because he doesn't go anywhere really. village trader, not traitor. He sells useful items from his hut. Though traditionally their tribe is wary of visitors. He seems more than happy to make deals for exotic goods. It's like that thing on it was on YouTube or something. And it was a guy like on a subway, and he was like, I don't forget what he was wearing, but it was like he looked like a sultan or something, and he was like, my gamer sense is telling me that he sells me rare and exotic goods or something like that. Okay, so this one I put village trader who sells useful items from his hut. Though traditionally their tribe is wary of visitors, he seems more than happy to make deals for exotic goods. And what? Yeah, I'm just throwing this crap together. And then we're gonna probably need a couple more. How about a lady orc? Igdot. Agug. Ig. What did I just say? Iggok. Agug. Zigkiz Jogdod. Gotta try harder. Krogaz. Shehar Krogaz. Yeah. How would you spell it? Shay.
S-H-A-H-A-R.
Shehar Grog. What did I say?
Krogaz.
Krogaz.
K-R-O-G-A-Z. It's an effeminate name, but it's still got strong.
And this guy's name is Voon Al-Gaz. Why does it end in Z? Krogat.
As long as it doesn't act like Ra's al Ghul.
Ra's al Ghul.
Otherwise, we're gonna have some problems.
Have a very particular set of skills.
Wait, that's not.
Things that make assassins like you, like me, very painful to people like that.
Nightmare for people like you.
Yeah. I will hunt you. I will find you. I will tear your arms off.
I will tear your arms off. Fabulously.
Fabulously. I'm gonna rip your arm off and choke you with your own hand. Because that's how the orc do. That's how the orkies do. Okay, so I got Shehar Krogaz. What should she be? Daughter of the chief. The princess, as it were. Daughter to the chief. I feel like I'm spelling chief wrong. How do you spell chief? E-F. I-E-F. I before E except after sometimes Y. Daughter of the chief. She is kind and understanding. No, she's kind and curious. That's dangerous. Kind and curious.
That's dangerous.
Of anything that has to do with the outside world. I had some quest ideas for. I think I'll just have to write it as we go, because I have like a separate thing for like a story progression and quest ideas. I guess I can write. We can diverge here. Are you okay?
Yeah, I'm fine. Just rolled a 5 on the swallow check.
You rolled a critical fail.
No, not critical.
That's how you die.
Critical would be, yeah, I was gonna say.
Like, okay, roll for
dead.
it. You're like, okay, roll for it. You roll a 1. Okay, you're dead.
Okay, you dead.
Straight up, you swallowed. You forgot how to chew and swallowed the whole chicken.
You just
And
inhaled it literally.
it laid eggs inside of your stomach, and baby chickens ripped out through your. It's like Alien, but with chicks.
That's messed up.
Yeah, it's messed up. Critical, that's what a critical fail smells like. That's smelling in here. Okay, so let's see, what would be a good. I'm gonna look up. I was looking up. Let's open a new tab here. I was looking at quest ideas. With Rain. When was that? A few days ago.
Mm-hmm.
And oh, here's a random adventure generator. That might be fun. What are you supposed to? Random adventure generator. Oh no, I don't like this. I want one that's
You don't
just.
like this.
I don't like this.
I can't
Go, Power Strangers. Don't you flip and stop. Go, Flower Strangers. All you do is grow stuff. And remember that if you're looking for examples of cool magical weapons or items, this site has them. So you roll. Okay, so it's like divided up into like different cells, and then you roll to see what it is. So you roll, and then what is this? 20. Hey, Curter, I need to borrow your dice. So it's divided up into cells, and then you roll to get a random one. I'm gonna try this. This could be fun. So like some of the options are like a ragged sailor steals bloodthirsty. Oh, okay, I get it. And then it gives you a reward. Okay, so like there's the type of person that it is, and then the NPC, and then what you're supposed to do. So like steal, find, mend, destroy, outwit, protect, hide, understand. And then they have another verb, so like bloodthirsty, disguised, undying, haunted, and then the subject of it, which is like an heir, a blade, a monster, a relic, texts, and then deadliness, I guess. I don't know what deadliness means. And then what the reward is after that. So okay, I'm gonna try it here. Okay, so I got a 9, so that is imperious. What's imperious mean?
Imperious?
Yeah.
I presume that has something to do with some sort of
Imperial.
Yeah.
Okay. 16. Imperious Noble. 17. You have to enshrine, which I'm not sure what that means either.
He has to enshrine.
Either you have to enshrine or the thing has to enshrine a tower. Until the ritual is complete. And then the reward is wine. This kind of sucks.
That's gonna be some pretty awesome wine.
Yeah,
It's
it's gotta be. 1d3 plus 1 bottles of fine wine.
Oh.
So you have to, an imperial noble enshrines a tower
until the ritual is complete.
What ritual are you talking about?
Well, they don't give you specifics.
Yeah, they don't give you specifics, you just write it in. Okay, let's try this again. Let's do a better one.
I
Okay.
don't know. A lot of
So,
stuff's okay. I'm gonna keep it on place.
A polished apparition.
A polished apparition.
Yeah, so like a ghost of a spoon, perhaps?
Very dapper.
Berry. Okay.
Berries.
I'm rolling 9s. A holy bird. And the invasion begins.
What was that?
And the invasion begins. So wait, a polished apparition. Berries a holy bird, and the invasion begins. And the reward is for what? What are we doing? 1d100 gold. Okay. That was weird.
Crap reward.
Yeah. A weeping soldier. Charlie's everywhere. Hides. A stolen occultist. A kidnapped occultist. He's harboring a occultist
He kidnapped one.
in a tomb.
It's getting real.
Yeah. Until the spell effects become permanent.
Revengeance.
Ooh, revengeance is ours, and the reward is the information you need. Holy crap.
Holy hell.
They got real.
That's actually a pretty good one.
Yeah. Yeah, none of these are like what I want though. This is fun though. I need to save this thing. It's kind of fun. Okay, let's do one more. So a tiny dancer apparition. A tiny apparition.
A tiny apparition.
It's just a wee little ghost that comes out. He's like, boo. Like, oh. You're the cutest little ghost I ever saw. Understands golden tunes.
Oh.
Do they now? And the illness spreads.
The gold fever.
The gold fever, and it's bottles of fine wine is the.
So maybe you got a tiny apparition that he can't really scare people, so instead he tries to lure them into golden tunes.
Yeah, he tries to lure them in with gold and then.
And then the illness, sickness.
Yeah, and then
some sort of
infects them with something, and
some sort of
he's growing
magic,
stronger.
Magic.
Yeah, magic plague. Magic plague. It's not bad. Okay, I mean, I could work with that. Okay. Right, so I need to write that down. What was it?
A tiny apparition.
Tiny.
Understands golden tunes. He understands them. He totally understands them.
It's like, I don't get. Oh, I see. Golden
yeah,
tunes,
golden
right.
tunes, right. Skittish tunes.
Skittish tunes. Oh, we should watch that. Skittish tunes.
Skittish fart.
Whoa, easy.
Tiny
If
apparition.
it's a skittish fart, you probably need to change your underpants.
1 plus 2 equals 3.
Skittish. No. I just got that.
1 plus 2.
Oh my god, I just got that.
Daddy, 1 plus 2 equals 3.
1 plus 2 equals 3.
Off
That's
topic response. But
very, very good. Okay.
Very, very good.
Okay, so tiny.
Did you say very, very good? Daddy, could you rip this open?
Bum, 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 bum. Here you go. Some sort of magical plague. An apparition moves people into a golden temple, and the people leave carrying some sort of magical plague. How would they lure them in? I guess with the enticing them with gold, I suppose. Don't play with those. Don't touch. No, what happened to the ones you just got?
I'm making a mix.
Where? Oh, you need to bring that to the table, please.
Making a mix. I added I'm still working on my mix. I put Sour Patch Kids. Now it's time for these balls.
Oh. Chewy sweet tarts. Delicious.
And I'm gonna put.
Okay. So the apparition lures people into a golden temple, promising riches, but people
to open the
leave
bones. I'm trying to open the bones.
confused and carrying some sort of magical plague. The sickness. Let's see. I need to set this up. Stand is not working. The sickness that is spread leeches people, and by people I mean orcs. Okay, you're being so loud. Can you go, please?
I'm trying to.
Okay, no more after this, okay?
Okay.
Go throw your garbage away. You're being so loud, my goodness.
There we go.
Leeches people, and by people I mean orcs, of their life force and slowly turns them into a zombie-ish. I'm gonna say zombie-ish, that's probably not a word. State. So an apparition lures people. You know, instead of a tiny apparition, I'm gonna say tiki mask, or a tiny apparition of a tiki mask, like Crash Bandicoot style, where it's just like a floating mask. The sickness that is spread leeches people of their life force and slowly turns them into a zombie-ish state. The chief of... I forget his name. It's K, Chief Molrog. I need to put like a sub, like if I go to K, this is what's gonna happen. I'm just writing yeah, a tiny apparition of a tiki mask lures people into a golden temple promising riches, and people, but the people leave empty-handed. And confused, and carrying some sort of magical plague. The sickness that is spread through how should it spread? Like how about a hypnotic glare, like leeches people of their life force and slowly turns them into a zombie-like state. The chief of Ark. Okay, who is... I keep forgetting his name. I should know the names of my own Molrog. Has tasked the adventurers to investigate as he worries, as he feels outsiders may not be affected by the plague. So that's why they're asking us to do it instead of just having his dudes do it. Or we could say that they tried, but you know he's lost his right hand. You know. Or what we could do is have them meet that tough guy. What's his name? Comac. You can meet the tough guy in the beginning and be like, "We don't want to crazy dude guy, man." And then the chief be like, "I'm sorry, he doesn't trust people usually. But you're welcome to stay here and, you know, rest up or whatever." And then later, he comes back like one of those zombie dudes, you know. They're like, "Oh, what's going on? Crew. So I'm gonna write just the beginning of this. So if they go to K, the crew arrives shore to a welcome. Actually, they shouldn't be welcomed by him. They should get. That seems to be. Island, but. So the crew arrives ashore to what seems to be the deserted island. But in fact, they are being watched. And the trees by a scouting party of the Twisted Reef Clan that's here. Okay, so they're gonna come ashore, and it'll seem like it's deserted, but then they're actually being like watched from the trees, and I'm gonna have them get captured and put in cages. Hey, no. Leave him alone. Maybe not put in cages. They're captured and brought before the medicine man. And he recites a spell that gives the crew temporary understanding of Orcish, just so they know what they're talking about. It'll be hard to like mime everything. And they don't recite a spell. I forgot, in the lore, performs a spell would be better. So the crew arrives ashore to what seems to be a deserted island, but in fact they're being watched from the trees by a scouting party of the Twisted Reef Clan. They're captured and brought before the medicine man, and he performs a spell that gives the crew temporary understanding of Orcish, because none of my guys know how to spell Orc. Speak Orc. And it's in the lore that the Orc shaman or the Orc medicine men, when they become that position, they're sort of like one of the higher ups. They're almost like the chief's main guy, and they're in charge of like helping people around. And when they decide to become a shaman or whatever, they cut their tongue out because the idea is that if they can't speak, then they can listen to the spirits. They can be more in tune with the spirits if they're not talking. So when I say that he recites a spell, he's not really reciting a spell. He's just gonna like be kind of creepy and like perform some sort of ritual, probably killing an animal and then like breathing into it or something, and then I haven't come up with it yet, but I think that's what I did on the last one. But it's kind of cool that's a cool sort of a neat thing to act out with sort of like miming things as the shaman. I guess I need to write in a shaman on here. I'm gonna put him. Another dwarf name here. Dwarf. Wow, I just said dwarf. I meant orc. It's because I love dwarves so much. Okay. Need a good one for like a shaman type. Gagook. I like that. Gagook. Zolgaz. Gagook? What about the Gagook? I don't think he needs a last name. It'll just be Gagook. Gagook. Gag. So like Gaguuk. Gagook. Tribal shaman to the twisted reef, and he, like all other orc shamans, has taken a vow of silence and removed his own tongue. Thus he must communicate telepathically or with, I'm going to say sign language, though it's not like American sign language or anything. Language. Let's save this because I haven't saved it. Okay. So then they're gonna get captured, and then he'll be able to kind of understand Orcish, and the chief will come in and be like, "Look, I'm gonna be real with you. We don't trust you. Sorry, we kind of had to capture you guys, but we've had bad experiences in the past with people. So as long as you're cool, I mean, we'll trade with you and stuff, but don't expect people to trust you or anything." And then they'll kind of do their thing, and I'll be like, okay, your supplies will be ready overnight, because they're gonna have to resupply. They need to get some more food and stuff. And then as that happens, I'll have the chief kind of get with these guys and be like, "Look, my greatest warrior is a zombie. Here's what we know. I wonder if you could help us out. We can reward you or whatever." And then they can sort of investigate that plague and how it works. I'm thinking that the little apparition or whatever, the little zombie tiki guy, is gonna be like he's gonna be sort of a little mischievous henchman for like a bigger god, maybe. And he's leeching people to the life force because he's trying to resurrect the master who was either banished or put to sleep or something. I need a name for the golden temple that they go to. About Gumger. Gumger? Does that sound stupid? Yeah, Karnak. Karnak. The Dark One commands. The Golden Temple of Gumgur. Don't take any of the relics, you'll be sorry. And then we can make it like a sort of a booby-trapped thing. That could be cool. Okay, so let's think. Should I have the guy? I can have the medicine man sort of bless them somehow. Give him a spiritual ward of some sort to get him into the temple. It could be like a cool way to open it, like a riddle or something to open the door to it. Well, but people are kind of coming and going, so maybe it should just be sort of open. Or I could do like one of those things where it's always there, and then when you get there, it's sort of like a spiritual plane thing, where there's sort of like a different reality going on depending on what you're doing. Because I'm thinking like ruins, right? I could do the whole pygmy thing. Like there's a bunch of little tiki guys in there kind of patrolling the place. That could be a good little minion to have. Okay. I'm gonna do so the crew I don't know how to spell. Approaches the temple, and there is I think. I don't want it to be, because I want to make this part really descriptive. I'll put this part in quotes so I can read it in the thing. As the crew approaches, I'm going to make it creepy. The temple. The ambient noise of the jungle goes silent. An eerie feeling of dread grips the party. So as the crew approaches the temple, the ambient noise of the jungle goes silent. An eerie feeling of dread grips the party. As they approach, I already said approach, as they make their way to the large entrance. Golden statues of old and of ancient forgotten gods stare at them How do I want to say this? As the crew approaches the temple, the ambient noise of the jungle goes silent, and an eerie feeling of dread grips the party. I know how to spell the. Of course I know how to spell the. As they make their way to the large entrance, golden statues of ancient forgotten gods stare at them. And torches with a blue flame erupt in succession down a long corridor. Inviting the adventurers inside. Okay, so I'm going to read it over. As the crew approaches the temple, the ambient noise of the jungle goes silent. An eerie feeling of dread grips the party as they make their way to the large entrance. Jack, will you turn that down, please? It's ridiculous. An eerie feeling of dread grips the party as they make their way. Blah, blah. Golden statues of ancient forgotten gods stare at them, and torches with blue flame erupt in succession down a long corridor, inviting the adventurers inside. That's a little rough, but... Okay, so then what do I want to happen here? I think I want to put some booby traps down. Let's see. I can make it like an Indiana Jones thing where if they step in the wrong place, they'll get shot with a dart or something. And then they have to
Go for it, Rexy.
dodge or something. And then down at the end, so we'll just put, I'm just going to do that on the fly, I think. So, booby traps, let's see, let's do spike walls and paralyzing darts. You know what, maybe I should just make it normal as they're going down, and then when they go to leave, we'll do the booby traps, because that's probably how we want it to be. So, at the end of the corridor, suddenly I've forgotten how to spell corridor. Oh, that's right. There is a huge altar, huge golden altar depicting, and we need another orc name here, Zotar. That sounds like a good one. Zotar the Fallen. is a impressive amount of golden and jeweled relics. So at the end of the corridor, there's a huge golden altar depicting Zotar the Fallen. Placed on the altar is an impressive amount of golden and jeweled relics. We'll do orcish. Orcish relics. And then we'll just have to kind of see what happens, because the little guy needs to appear at some point and offer them. Yeah, so let's do that. The tiny tiki apparition appears. Hello, good evening. Appears. How's it going? And offers them treasure. And then I guess whether I'm doing well. I'm just writing a little D&D stuff here. Right now I'm doing in a nutshell, it's a pirate campaign, and the crew is making their way into a temple. Check. They're making their way into an orc temple, and they're trying to figure out what's going on. So like the local people, and the orcs in this aren't necessarily evil. They're like chaotic neutral, and so they hired these your crew to go and investigate this temple. People have been going into this temple and coming out sort of like zombified in a way. I mean, not like full blown like bloodthirsty, like they're just kind of like wandering around like you know. And so they're sending them in to know why. And kind of the idea that I have so far is that there's this little like a floating tiki mask that offers you treasure and stuff, and then I think whether you take it or not, it inflicts you with this magical plague that drains your life force. And he's trying.
Guess who's the Purple Ranger?
You are interrupting me, sir.
Guess who's the Purple Ranger?
Go play.
Miss Morgan.
Great, go play. And where was I? What's better? Oh, I'm sorry you bit your tongue. That sucks.
Not really bad.
Oh. So anyway, yeah. So it's draining people's life force. Stop, Miles. Draining people's life force, and then siphoning that energy into this old god that's trying to resurrect himself. So that's what we got so far. So I have a tiny tiki apparition that appears and offers some treasure. And then we'll have a loot of information. Yeah, it's ongoing. I'm sorry, that was a really poor description of everything that's going on, but basically that's what I'm on right now. So whether or not the crew indulge a spiked wall appears behind them, impeding their escape. And I think I'm gonna have a bunch of little pygmy guys show up, and then that's what they'll be fighting. And I'm not sure how they're gonna afflict try to keep all this stuff in your head. Yeah, it's challenging. And I have a 5-year-old running around making it really hard to concentrate. That's Jack Jack for you. Is Ella home?
That's it.
Not yet? I thought I heard her bus.
It has to be the garbage truck.
Oh, it's a garbage truck. Okay, so, whether or not they take the treasure or not, there's going to be a spike wall sort of that appears behind them, and then the little tiki guys are going to attack. And I'll probably need some stats for these guys. I'm going to have them shoot paralyzing darts. And because they're going to try to paralyze them and then afflict them with that zombie plague. So, let's see, there's 4 of the crew, so we'll do 5 of the little tiki pygmies.
I stumbled. Have you ever stumbled when someone came downstairs?
And in
and
addition
scared
to,
you?
Jack, I need you to be quiet, please. In addition to the one that's already there. And their moves are going to be, I'm going to have blow dart, guns, which I have the stats on, actually. If I can find it. I have so many windows open on my computer right now. Okay. Loot list. I think it is a loot list. Probably wouldn't do much damage. It's more for like poisoning and paralyzing. So probably just like a 1d4. It's gonna be hard for you to understand. Yeah, I'm sorry. I'm pretty jealous. I don't know any other languages. What's your first language? If you don't mind my asking. Russian, nice. Well, that's cool. And Ukrainian. Once upon a time I was going to learn Russian, but I gave it up really fast. The alphabet is a lot different. In German a little. Oh, be careful, bud. D4. So I'm just writing the stats down for the blow darts really quick. Trying to figure out what other attacks I want them to have. They probably have spears, which I have the stats on that as well. So 1d6, I think. Damage. Damage is what I was trying to say. Jack. Jack. Out of my seat. Okay. And then I think they'll probably have to do, they'll have to roll to see if they get poisoned or not. And I think one of them is a dwarf, so he's going to have poison resistance. And then I'll be like, you get hit in the arm, see if it paralyzes you, and then... It's really hard to understand all the Russian tenses from English. Russian, we have so much meanings for one word in one sentence, so much different stuff. That's something without rules. Yeah, I was talking to I think it was my daughter about English words that are spelled exactly the same, but they mean different things, or they sound the same and mean different things. Because there's like there, which is like over there, and then there's there, which is like short for they are, and then there's there, which is like, their clothes or their food. And so it's like there, and there, and they all sound the same, and they're spelled very different, or very similarly, but they mean different things. And then there's some words that are spelled the same, exactly the same, but you say them different. So like tear and tear are spelled the same, but like a tear is like, crying, and tear is to like tear a piece of paper. But it's spelled exactly the same. Or read and read, R-E-A-D, and R-E-A-D.
And present.
Yeah, present. Present can be like a gift that you give to somebody, but it can also be like a time, so like past, present, and future. Oh, and present, which is spelled the same.
Yeah, present.
Yeah, which is...
Like no time to present the present.
Yeah. And you like present it, so you're like, look at this. Tear you down, yeah. But that T-A-A-R is spelled the same as tear. It's like tear you down or tear you down. I'm quiet right now. So it's confusing. I'm glad English is my first language because I wouldn't want to learn it again.
most people who speak it have trouble.
Yeah.
Have
Have a trouble. And the spelling of words makes no logical sense also.
Oh gosh.
I think it's because it's taken from another language altogether. And then everybody who lives here is from somewhere else, so you get weird spelling things in the words that they made up. So, and different accents and stuff. It's because we're a melting pot, I think. Okay, so we got the blow dart guns, and we got multicultural language, yeah. So we got the blow dart guns, and we got spears. And then I'm not sure what I want to happen after this. So like if they're successful, yeah, I'm working on the so in this fight they're gonna fight these little pygmy guys that potentially could paralyze them, and then if they get paralyzed, then it's gonna siphon their life force out of them. But if they don't, or if they do win, then I guess they'll just seal the guy away forever. I guess that would work. So I'm just gonna write that. So if they lose, they become zombies, which I'm using that word loosely. And they have to make their way back. There should be some sort of puzzle though beyond that. I could make the little tiki guy sort of enchanted. Maybe they need a special weapon so that they stay permanently dead or something. That could be kind of cool. So I'm just writing, if they lose, they become zombies and they have to return to the medicine man, who is... Check. Come on, man. Gagook. That's right, his name's Gagook. He's a orc shaman named Gagook. I just like to say that, Gagook. And then they'll have to return to the medicine man and see if they could get cured somehow. And then it takes like weeks. And their main warrior dude they heal him as well. Atsuk Komek. In the meantime, I don't know how to spell that. That's the problem. I come up with these cool orc names and then I have no idea how to spell them. Otzuc. I'm trying to think of how exactly I want this to go. Maybe at the beginning, the medicine man should like give them a totem or something to place at the temple. Yeah, that's the name of the Otzuc Komak is the name of the one of the orcs that's on the island that's helping him. He's like the greatest warrior in the tribe that they've been visiting. I'm gonna write up here, the crew is given a how do I want to say it? I'll just put a totem. The crew is given a totem by Gaguk.
Talisman?
Talisman, that's good. I was thinking more like a totem might be better because it's like they're trying to seal away like this ancient god that's there. So maybe a couple totems and they have to arrange them a certain way.
Yeah.
3 totems.
Yeah, you would want to, well, at least represent the elements.
To
Or like north, south.
yeah, I like the idea of elemental totems because they would be like. You're welcome. Thank you for coming by.
Are you online doing this too?
Mm-hmm.
So what exactly are you doing?
I'm writing the Dnd campaign that me and Richard and Val and Hoyf are playing.
Oh, so you're just like doing you're just hammered and this is what our game's going to turn out to be?
Yeah, basically.
Like a how-to video?
I wish you all the best as well. Thank you for coming by. And I have to say, even though English isn't your first language, obviously, you do really well with it. So I hope that you could understand the stuff that I was saying as well. So that's really impressive.
Really impressive.
And they also have supersonic karate.
I know this.
Okay, so I'm gonna do the
You didn't
crew.
know I had supersonic strength
Jack
too.
check. The crew's given 3 totems to bolster the ward that has been placed on the spirit of the old god that resides at the temple. And I had a name for the god. I don't remember what it was. I don't know if I wrote it down. I'm just going to go through this really quick. Gumgur. I'm going to save this just because I haven't saved it.
How did that little box have so many nerds? How did
I'm going to... Sorry, I'm just saving this. Apple pie? So their instructions are to place the totems, and I'm going to give them an incantation to recite. Around the altar and recite the incantation, and that should ward off the old spirits. Okay, so the crew is given 3 totems by Gagook to bolster the ward that has been placed on the spirit of the old god Gumgur that resides at the temple. The instructions are to place the totems around the altar and recite the incantation that should ward off the old spirits. I need to come up with an incantation. And I should probably figure out what this god is exactly. Gumgur. Let me write this in my... Gumgur is an ancient... Whoop. Ancient god, ancient orcish god of... What would be a good... He's the god of... Orcs are like about war and... But these are like islander orcs. And he's in a gold temple. We need something primitive, like...
I would say like a famine or something. Like...
He's a bad guy, so with like pestilence, plague. He's inflicting people with like a zombie plague.
Okay, so yeah. Definitely like...
orcish god of decay.
Ooh, yeah.
Decay and famine. I don't know how to spell famine, I just realized. F-A-M...
Oh, I thought it was
F-A-M-I-N-E.
Thought famine was PH.
Whatever, this is just for me. F-P-H... F-H... Yeah, that's it. P-H-A-M... no, I think it's an F. F-A-M-I-N-E. Famine!
Oh, yeah, you might be right. Yeah. Never mind. It's not fat. Famine.
His spirit was sealed away long ago in a golden temple.
The gold is actually a conductor to lock in evil.
Well, there we go.
Like when they do Dimmick boxes. Jewish do Dimmick boxes. Most Dimmick boxes are lined in gold
Hmm.
to like weaken the power that the god has.
Well, that's perfect then.
Yeah. No weird shit.
He's going to be sealed away
Yes.
in a statue.
No, no.
So you have to unseal the tomb to get in? Is that gonna like
No, you don't unseal it. It's just open.
it's just already open?
Yeah.
Okay.
So they like approach the temple, and like
Am I interrupting by asking all this next time?
no, not at all. I don't think anybody's even watching. They have to when they approach the temple, there's like a big entrance, and like all of a sudden, like all the jungle noise just stops, and there's a long corridor, and there's like torches like on sconces, and like with blue flames, and it just goes all the way down to this altar that's at the end of this long corridor.
So you could have challenges faced with it because if he is sealed in a golden thing, the gold will have decayed at some point or deteriorated. So I mean, he would be able to wreak a little bit of havoc.
Yeah. Well, that's what he's enchanted these tiki masks, and so there's like these little ghostly pygmy guys that have been sticking people with paralyzing darts, and then giving them this plague, and the plague sucks the life force from them and gives it to the god.
So he's getting stronger.
He's building this strength so he can break out of the ward that he's in.
Yeah, so he's already doing this shit.
Yeah.
So is that one of the challenges? You're gonna face more challenges the closer you get to the temple?
So you get it. I'm not gonna have anything up to. So they get in the altar, right?
Okay, cool.
And then a spike wall is gonna come up behind them. There's gonna be like the altar and the statue, right? And there's like all these riches and stuff on this altar, and the little tiki guy is gonna appear and like offer them the riches, and then whether they take it or not, there's gonna be a spike wall that comes up behind them and traps them in, and then they're gonna get attacked by a bunch of those little pygmy guys.
Oh.
And then if they succeed in defeating the pygmy guys, then it's all good. But when they leave, there's going to be booby traps all the way back down that corridor. Booty traps. That's what I said. Booty traps. But if they don't succeed, then they're going to be afflicted with that zombie plague. And they're going to have to figure out what to do. Sorry, my alarm just went off. And I think that I'm just going to have them go back to the... I'm gonna have them just go back to the medicine man or whatever if they fail. And it's gonna take them like weeks to get better. And in the meantime, they're main warrior guy was healed from his affliction and he went and dealt with it. So I'm doing like an if they win, here's what happens, or if they lose, here's what
Yeah.
happens.
Oh, yeah, you gotta have both.
They place the totems. Yeah, so they place the totems and seal God away for good. And are rewarded with, I think I'm gonna make all the riches and stuff on the altar not real. So they go in and the riches just sort of like disappear.
Ooh, like an illusion.
Yeah.
Part of his tricks.
Or I can say, oh, you get rewarded with everything that's on that altar, and then when they leave the temple, it turns to dust.
Ooh, there you
All that's on the altar. And cross the threshold to the temple, it turns to dust. And then they'll get a reward from the chieftain, which I'll have to come up with. I have a loot list, I should just look at it. Dun 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 dun. Okay, let's see. I have, turn that back on. I have just a list of stuff that one day I was like hyped up on Mountain Dew, and I just wrote down like a whole bunch of just like random loot that they could get. So I'm just looking through my loot here. Check. I need you to leave that on, please.
What do you do? Don't put that in your eye like that. Don't do that, baby. No, really, that'll hurt your eyeballs. You're like opening up your retina in your eye. That's what happens when you shine lights in there. Is you're actually opening up your eyeball. It's not good.
What about something to do with the plague?
Like a cursed.
Something. Ooh, how about a voodoo doll?
I like the sound of that.
One-time use. You can kill anybody.
Or devour, like,
Or whatever.
Yeah, like have the ability to like wipe out an entire army of your enemies or something.
Well, I was thinking like a single target voodoo doll.
Oh.
So like if they needed to kill somebody for some reason, I'm gonna do that because that would make it interesting for me.
One and done. Oh yeah, and they could go be anywhere. You'd be able to kill him anywhere because it's a voodoo doll.
Shush, Miles. Stay in your house. Get in your house. With a one-time use. I'm just gonna put a voodoo doll that get in your house. Check, will you close Miles in, please? Get in your house. Close it, please, Jack. The reward with a voodoo doll that with a genuine turns to Jack, go get the door. We're coming. Shush, Miles. It's just Ella. Calm down.
I'm watching Power Rangers Galaxies on the TV. I'm really watching it on the camera, but I turned it on the TV because I was just...
Okay. Okay, so I think we're to that point. And there are booby traps. So I think what I'll do with that is I'll just, when they go to leave, I'll just have spike walls and darts and stuff come out of the floor and onto the walls. And it'll be the same, and they'll be like paralyzing darts. Okay, so we're kind of to that point, so we'll see what they do. Okay, well, I think that's going to do it for this session. I got to go do some real life stuff, so let's save this. Thank you guys for tuning in. Say hi. That's Ella. Go away. I want to thank HF Man for coming by and saying hi. Your English is amazing, by the way. And Tokyo Ghoul Kid for coming by. Bled, always a pleasure, buddy. Thank you. And thanks for checking this out with me. I'll talk to you guys later.
Oh, wait, Dad.